So as I was preparing for today, I was thinking about how do I want to serve you guys today? And if it's okay, I just want to come from my heart for these next 20 minutes. For these next 20 minutes, I know some of you might not know me. All that I ask is that you're vulnerable, that you're real, because I'm going to do that. I know a lot of you are in here for, maybe you've been invited here, you've been influenced to come here. But the truth that I know that's real is that every single person on this stage, every single person watching this right now, over 2 million people, we all got something inside of us that we struggle with. We all got something inside of us that we need to admit more of. We all got something inside of us that maybe be holding you back. And I don't want to get too much in my story, but I know how it feels to lose everything. I know how it feels to have a football career at the high of everything in my life, my greatest dream. I know how it feels to lose my best friend to suicide. I know how it feels to lose my mother the past years, tear my Achilles, lose my grandmother back to back to back to back. I know how it feels. But I also know how it feels to rise above. I know how it feels to turn that struggle that you may be dealing with into your greatest strength. To turn that pain that you may be dealing with into your greatest power. To allow that setback that you may be dealing with to be your greatest comeback. And so today, more than anything else, I want you to dive into your heart. Because life for me, and maybe you can agree with me this too, life for me is not always about climbing higher. A lot of us think that it's a next thing, and that's true in a sense. But for this moment right now, it's not about climbing higher, it's about diving deeper. I want you to dive deeper into your soul. I want you to dive deeper into your heart. I want you to dive deeper in you, because I know this is true, my friends. There's a you inside of you, and I know it's because you're here right now. And I know I'm getting a little bit of passion. I promised myself I wouldn't get this passion, but I can't help it. Because I know that breakthroughs are happening right now. I know some of us might be on the verge of breaking down, but the beautiful thing about breaking down, your breakthrough is near. And I'm going to look at the chat right now, but I see it scrolling. Drop a heart if you're having breakthroughs right now. Drop a heart if this is changing your life right now. But your breakthrough is near, or it's here. But I know this is true. There's a you inside of you. A you inside of you that's been a stranger for far too long. You know, potential is great. Everybody says potential. Potential. We all have potential, but potential is pointless if it's never met. I don't want you no longer to live with potential. I want you to live in your potential. And that you inside of you, that you've been holding back for far too long, that you inside of you that you've been keeping bottled up, that you inside of you that you know needs to come out. That dream, that gift, that talent. You see, for me, this is my biggest fear. Not this stage, but public speaking. I'm an introvert by nature. But I understood that there was something calling my life. There was a calling put on my life that even I didn't understand. So it took me losing my dream of football. It took me losing my everything to walk into my purpose. And this is what I know is true. Every single one of you, I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you dealt with. I don't care what's going on in your life. You have purpose. You are purpose. You're put here for a purpose. Before you were born, you were already set apart to do great things. There's a plan for your life. But a lot of us, we hear this and we don't believe it. You say, Trent, Matthew, Dean, Marie, I hear you, but that's easier said than done. I'm going to tell you right now, it's time to throw away that prison perspective. Your perspective can be either one or two things. Your prison or your power. And that prison perspective is thinking about all the reasons why you're not enough. Can I be real with you? This morning I woke up, just being honest, transparent. I had that feeling like I wasn't enough. And as a human, I deal with this too. No matter how many stages, how many followers, that human brain of mine goes back to my limiting beliefs of not enough. And I ask myself this question. What's your definition of enough, Trent? See, I know a lot of you right now, you're saying that you're not enough. You're not enough for this world. You're not enough for that person. You're not enough for this. You're not enough for that. But what's your definition of enough? I've been doing this for 14 years, so I know this is true. Most of you don't even have a definition of enough. And you're comparing your life to something that doesn't even exist. So right now in this moment, I want you to throw away that prison perspective, that easier said than done. I know a lot of y'all thinking easier said than done, but you don't understand my circle. Easier said than done. Everything in life is. You coming here and getting dressed, cooking food is easier said than done. But when you're hungry for change, when you're hungry for your next level, when you're hungry to live the life that you're meant to live, you don't say easier said than done. You say no matter how hard it may be, how impossible it may seem, I'm going to get it done. And that's your power perspective. Life is less about what happens to you and more about how you use what happens to you. Life is less about what happens to you and more about the meanings you give to what happens to you. So that you that's inside you that you haven't met is the greatest you. And that greatest you is begging to come out. But you got a choice. You got a choice when you get to April of 2024. Is that greatest you still going to be a stranger? Or is that greatest you going to be your best friend? Are you still going to be talking about change, typing about change, saying amen, living a good life of talking, but not doing anything about it? I get it. We all got visions, right? Our vision boards are so cute, amazing, right? Artistic. Like, look, oh my gosh, that's Picasso. Some of y'all are amazing with your vision boards, and it's good. And I know this is none of you, but for the majority of the world, that vision stays exactly that, a vision. And we get infatuated with the vision and we don't put in the work. There's three types of people in this world, and I just want to touch on this real quick. And I've been all three, so I'm not judging you. But I've been all three, and I don't know which one you are, but you got to be real with yourself if you want to heal yourself and change yourself. But a lot of people in this world, number one, they're watchers. They sit back their whole entire life and watch. Dean talked about it. They sit in the stands and watch on social media, giving your thumb exercise. Some of y'all got some strong thumbs, right? You're just scrolling all day. I get it. Watching other people live their dreams, watching people on the stage. I remember 14 years ago watching. I said, man, I don't want to be addicted to being a watcher. And this sounds very rude and it sounds very insensitive, but please hear the sincerity of my heart. My biggest fear is that some people, not in here, but some people in this world are going to die a watcher. They live their whole entire life watching when you were meant to get into the game. Your purpose, your vision, your dream, it might not look like mine. It won't look like mine. My grandmother told me this, God bless her soul. She said, Trent, you're not meant to be like everybody else. You're assigned to reach people only you can reach. Katie, Paula, Ellen, I see you. Don, I see you. You're meant to reach people that Matthew can't reach. Trent, me, I can't reach. Dean can't reach. Nobody can reach but you. But you're leaving your gift wrapped up. That gift that's been specifically designed, uniquely designed and created for you. And you know what I'm talking about because you're here. That gift that's burning in your soul, that gift that's in the shower, you're like, man, I think I can be this. I think I can do this. That gift, that talent. But so many of us in this world, we stay watchers and we leave that gift wrapped up forever. But let it be your birthday. Let it be Christmas. Those physical gifts, we show off to everybody. Look at my new Louis. Look at my new purse. Look at my new shoes. You show the world everything on Instagram and Facebook. You show off your physical gifts, but when it comes to your spiritual gifts, your emotional gifts, the gifts that were uniquely designed for you, custom made. I know you hear that, but do you feel that? If y'all with me, let me know, because you are custom made, and it's not just no motivational mumbo jumbo. This is real. You're custom made. Just like you show off those custom made things, those one-on-one things, how about you start showing off yourself? And give your gift to the world. Unwrap that beautiful gift of yours. And I don't care what limitations you're thinking right now, what excuses. I don't look like the speaker in personal development. I didn't have the suit and tie. I didn't have the perfect speech. But I realized that I'm meant to do purpose and live purpose. I might not be professional enough, but I'll tell you this, I'm purposeful enough. And when you live in purpose, that's when things change. So I got a question for you. Is your perspective going to stay your prison or your power? It's time for you to shift it. And how you shift this perspective? Simple. I'm like the common sense expert. I'm going to talk about things you already know about, but I'm going to hit you right in the heart. Each and every one of you got a vision, man. And you know it. A vision to do more, be more. And as I said earlier, your next level might not be upward, but inward. That vision has been given to you. But a lot of us, we discredit ourselves so much of the not enoughs. I'm not enough for this. I'm not enough for that. Congratulations. Maybe you're not supposed to be enough for certain things because certain things aren't enough for you. Maybe you're not supposed to be enough for that job because there's a job greater for you. Maybe some doors have to close in your life so you can walk through the better doors that are meant for your life. Maybe sometimes you got to get some no's that don't make no sense to walk into your yes. I've learned this in life. Rejection is the ultimate protection. Rejection is just redirection for what God has for your life. But so many of us in here, we're thinking that, oh man, my life is over. I want to tell you right now, your life is not over. Your life is just beginning. You are a choice away from a new beginning and a commitment away from a new life. And I want you to believe that in your heart. A choice away from a new beginning and a commitment away from a new life. That vision. I had a vision. Matthew talked about going to Africa. I had a vision when I first started this in 2012. And I told people, this was crazy to say this back then, that I would speak in Africa. And all my friends, my mom, my dad, they didn't mean no harm, but I said, Trent, how about you just start in Dallas first? Africa? Like, let's start in Fort Worth first, where you at. Like, why the vision is so big? Let's just start here. Africa, really? Let's start here. But I want you to remember this. And I say this with all sincerity and not trying to be insensitive. Small mindsets, and I'm not calling my parents' mindset small, by the way. Small mindsets can't comprehend big visions. It's oftentimes the people closest to you that don't get what's meant for your life. They're too close to you to see your greatness. And what a lot of us do, we have this vision and idea, we run to the people closest to us because we love people. Those people, they love us. And we tell them our vision, we share it, and they give us the sympathy answer like my friends gave me. Oh, that's cool, but how about you start here? And make a long story short because of time, I've been to Africa 3 times. South Africa, Cape Town. I've been across Africa with my own events 3 times. And every time I go, and I want y'all to get this, every time that I go to Africa across the world, they always ask me this question. Say, Trent, are you surprised that you're here? And I sit and think for a moment. Said, no, I'm not. They look at me like, so I'll tell you why. You see, my physical body is in Africa right now, but my mind was in Africa 5 years ago. My mind was in Africa before my physical body ever showed up. And all life had to do was, reality had to catch up to my faith. That vision of yours. You see, I believe that God designed a unique vision for each and every one of us. It's like going to the eye doctor. I forgot the eye doctor's name. Y'all can put it in the chat. Like I always mess it up. But going to the eye doctor, and you go to the eye doctor, and they give you a specific prescription for your vision that's meant for you to see. I remember putting on my wife's glasses. She's probably not watching this. So I put on her glasses, and I put them on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you are blind. I can't see anything. She's like, Trent, this changed my life. She said, Trent, this prescription is for me. Why are you expecting to see it? This is not for you. And I said, that's it. What a lot of us do, we have that vision and we take off our glasses that were specifically designed for us. And we give it to our friends, we give it to our spouse, our loved one, and say, look at my vision. They put them on and say, oh my gosh, Africa? I can't see that. Everything that you've been through, and you're expecting to grow from that and change because of your past and make a better future, I can't see that. All I see is things that are unclear. I can't see it. And what a lot of us do, instead of taking our glasses back and saying, well, it's not meant for you to see, if God wanted you to see the vision, God would have gave it to you, it's mine. But instead of saying that and believing that, we get the glasses back, and this is how we do it. We don't put the glasses back on. We put the glasses back in our pocket, and we live the rest of our life not living the vision that was created for us and meant for us. We live the rest of our life unclear, unsure, not having clarity because you're expecting somebody else to see a vision that wasn't meant for you. Wasn't meant for them. It was meant for you. So I want to tell you right now, as you take charge of your life, as you continue to walk into your next level, as you continue to walk into the life that's meant for you, as you continue to live your purpose, everybody won't see it and everybody won't get it, but it's not meant for them to get. Most of this world lacks faith. People lack faith. And a lot of us, what we do, faith is like the opposite for us. We have to see it to believe it, but we know faith is having vision in the unseen. Faith is having knowing in the unknown. And so it's time for you to walk that journey and trust the vision that's been given to you. And I want you to give it to the world. Can y'all say straight up in the chat if you feel me? I want to see the chat light up right quick. Are y'all still with me? Say straight up. I see you, Tammy. Wow. I get chills every single time because I know there's going to be somebody 5 years from now. It's going to be like Trent. I was at the Art of Living event, and one of the speakers, it was you, it was whoever, said something that ignited the change in my life. I want that to be you. And the question I have for you is, why not you? Why not you? Your past is too bad? Don't you know that qualifies you? Oh, because I'm going through a divorce or this or that, so there's nothing meant for my life. With your permission, everything that's meant to work against you can work for you. Last time I checked, broken crayons still color the same. And my friend, side note, you ain't broken. So it's time for you to keep coloring your story and keep writing your vision. Everybody put your hand over your heart real quick. Robert, I see you up there, big dog, driving. So don't put your hand over your heart. Okay, you're still doing it. I appreciate you. Put your hand over your heart, and I want to speak to your heart for a moment. Never back down when your back's against the wall. It matters how many times you get back up, not how many times you fall. It's about your mentality. What's the point of dreaming a dream if you're not working to turn that dream into reality? So speak life into your life. Speak life into your life. Right now in the chat, speak life into your life. Say, I am purpose. I am healed. I am free. I am me. I am my next level. I am greatness. Speak life into your life. As Marie said, I am not these things anymore. Speak life into your life. Be your own motivation. You see, a legend is just an ordinary person with extraordinary determination. So find a way and make one. Because at the end, you just regret the chances you didn't take. So find the courage to take one. Your only limit is you. Don't surrender to your struggle. Make that struggle surrender to you. You see, pain is temporary, but giving up is forever. Never settle for good enough when you know inside you lives something better. You didn't come this far just to settle. You didn't come this far just to accept whatever. You came this far to take it to your next level. You came this far to become something greater. You came this far to become something greater. And I don't care what odds are stacked against you, my friends, you are highly favored. So for your family, for your life, for your vision, for this world, don't you ever stop working. And I think the art of living will teach you this. When the destination is worth reaching, the path won't always be perfect. But I promise you, it's worth it. I'm so proud of you. Now it's time for you to be proud of yourself. Like I always say, it all starts with you. It's rehab time. Let's get it. While it's on my heart, I just want to say this before I bring Matthew back out here. This ain't no fluff, and I hope y'all feel my heart. But the team sent me the experience, as I call it, the program, the immersive learning. And I had to pick up my daughter, Marley, from school. And I was like, I'm just going to watch 5 minutes of it. I'm sure it'd be great. Well, that 5 minutes turned into the whole first module of 35 minutes. And I go to my daughter's school, and I'm almost late. And my teacher was like, Trent, I had to wait. And I was like, well, I was watching something from Matthew McConaughey. She was like, okay, cool. That's okay. For Matthew, it's cool. But for everybody who signs up today, right now, takes ownership over their life, I'm going to give you a gift from me. This is my baby. I'm going to give it to you. The self-worth method. It's yours as a bonus. Just as a thank you for showing up for yourself and taking ownership over your life. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's take that road trip. I'll be in the backseat. Let's get it. Bring Matthew back up. How you doing, brother?